Hello students, welcome to the class of BA Part 3rd. Today we will discuss a poem written by Indian poetess Toru Dutt. The title of the poem is Our Casuarina Tree. Toru Dutt is an Indian poet. She was born on 4 March 1856 and she died on 30th August 1877. Toru Dutt is a Bengali translator and poet from India who wrote in English and French. She is regarded as one of the founding figures of Anglo-Indian literature. She is known for her volumes of poetry in English, a sheaf gleaned in French fields, and ancient ballads and legends of Hindustan. Her poetry is characterized by sensitive description and lyricism. Her poems revolves around themes of loneliness, longing, patriotism, and nostalgia. And in the poem which we are going to read today, we will find the feeling of nostalgia. Nostalgia is a feeling of missing our past. Nostalgia एक ऐसी फीलिंग होती है जिसमें हम अपने पास्ट डेज को, अपने बीते हुए दिनों को मिस करते हैं. That died at the age of 21, which has influenced some comparison to her to the poet John Keats. Now there is introduction to the poem Our Casuarina Tree. This is a poem written in English. In this poem, Toru Dutt celebrates a huge tree that she associates with the happiness of her childhood in India. The poem celebrates the majesty of the casuarina tree as the poetess remembers her happy childhood days spent under it and revives her memories with her beloved siblings. In Shelley's poem to a skylark, the bird skylark is the symbol of freedom and liberty. In the same way, in this poem, Our Casuarina Tree, the tree connotes the nostalgic feelings and memory of Toru Dutt. This is the tree under which she played with her brother and sister Abju and Aru. The poem is written in the form of an ode. Ode is a poem that is addressed to something or someone. ओड एक ऐसी पोएम होती है जो कि किसी को एड्रेस करते हुए लिखी जाती है, तो और एक डिग्निफाइड में लैंग्वेज में लिखी हुई पोएम को हम ओड कहते हैं. वी हैव रेड अबाउट ओड इन BA पार्ट फर्स्ट इन डिटेल, so you can understand what an ode is. This poem is written in the form of an ode. It is an ode to the casuarina tree that the poetess had in her garden back in her motherland. मदरलैंड में उसके घर में पोएटेस यानी तोरू दत्त के घर में ये पेड़ लगा हुआ था. द मेमोरी ऑफ द ट्री इज़ द ओनली लिंक शी हैज़ लेफ्ट विद हर पास्ट एंड द cheerfulness of her formative years. Now we will discuss the poem itself. The poem is written in 5 stanzas, and in each stanza we will see there are 11 lines, and 11 lines are also divided further into octave and tercet. First 8 lines are having the rhyme scheme A B B A, C D D, C E E E. Same rhyme scheme is used in other stanzas also. So we will start the poem. The stanza 1 begins as: like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit near the stars. The fact that the tree is associated with other person is already foreshadowed in the poem's title. Before describing stanza 1, we should think about the title of the poem, that is Our Casuarina Tree. So in the title, the poetess has used word our, not my casuarina tree. She has used our casuarina tree. So it shows that she is not thinking merely about her own thing. She already implies that she is thinking of the tree as not her own, but as belonging to others too. The fact that the tree is associated in speaker's mind with other person is reflected in the word are. The poem begins with the description of the tree. In stanza 1, what see? The poet begins by describing the tree. The poet says, like a huge python. The poem begins by using a simile. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars. The poet says that the creeper has wound itself around the rugged trunk of casuarina tree like a huge python. Poetess कहती हैं कि एक क्रीपर जो है उसने इस पेड़ को, कैजुरेना ट्री को चारों तरफ से घेर रखा है लाइक ए ह्यूज पाइथन, एक पाइथन की तरह. द क्रीपर हैज़ लेफ्ट डीप मार्क्स ऑन द ट्रंक ऑफ द ट्री, इंडेंटेड डीप विद स्कार्स, यानी इस क्रीपर ने इस पेड़ के ऊपर कई स्कार्स और कई घाव कर दिए हैं. सो वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट विच क्रीपर द पोएट इज talking. She is talking about a creeper which we call Amarbel. The tree is so strong that it bears the tight hold of the creeper. Tree is very strong. She further described in the stanza that tree is very strong. Up to its very summit near the stars, this creeper is winding all around the tree up to its very summit. यानी इस क्रीपर ने ट्री को चारों ओर तरफ से घेर रखा है, इसके ट्रंक को, और कहाँ तक? ऊपर तक. एक क्रीपर क्लाइम्स, एक ऐसी क्रीपर है यहाँ पे इस ट्री के चारों ओर लिपटी हुई, इन हुज एम्ब्रेसेस बाउंड, जिसकी एम्ब्रेसेस, जिसकी पकड़ में, जिसकी होल्ड में नो अदर ट्री कुड लिव, यदि कोई दूसरा पेड़ होता तो वो जीवित नहीं रह पाता. बट गैलेंटली द जायंट वियर्स द स्कार्फ. Gallantly means bravely. The tree is described as being gallant and possibly brave, as a very few trees could survive in the strangled hold of this creeper. क्योंकि इस creeper की होल्ड में बहुत कम ट्री हैं जो सर्वाइव कर पाते हैं, लेकिन कैजुराना ट्री ने उस creeper को एक स्कार्फ की तरह होल्ड किया हुआ है. The poet then goes on to describe the life that thrives amidst every facet of the tree. She says, but gallantly the giant wears the scarf, and flowers are hung in crimson clusters all the boughs among, whereon all day are gathered bird and bee, and often at nights the garden overflows with one sweet song that seems to have no close, sung darkling from a tree while men repose. But the giant wears the scarf. लेकिन giant यानी इस ट्री ने, ट्री इज़ डिस्क्राइब्ड एज जॉइंट, कि इस ट्री ने उस क्रीपर को ऐसे पहन रखा है जैसे कि कोई स्कार्फ हो. देन फ्लावर्स आर हंग इन क्रिम्सन क्लस्टर. रेड कलर फ्लावर्स आर प्रेजेंट एवरीवेयर ऑल द बोज अमंग, यानी हर ब्रांचेस में, जो पेड़ की ब्रांचेस हैं उनके बीच में रेड कलर के फ्लावर जो है इस क्रीपर के वो लगे हुए हैं. Where on the branches, on the boughs, all day are gathered bird and bee, जहाँ की पूरे दिन birds और bees जो हैं वो इकट्ठे होते हैं. And often at nights the garden overflows, और रात के समय गार्डन जो है वो फिल हो जाता है, ओवरफ्लो हो जाता है. किससे? With one sweet song that seems to have no close, एक स्वीट सॉन्ग से ऐसा लगता है that this song will never end, कि ये सॉन्ग कभी भी ख़त्म नहीं होगा. and this song is sung darkling from a tree, और ये गाने की आवाज़ कहाँ से आती है? इस पेड़ से. while man repose, repose means sleep, यानी जब लोग सो जाते हैं then we can hear a sweet sound coming from this tree. So the casuarina tree is covered with creeper which bears red crimson flowers, which appears as though tree is wearing a colorful scarf. यानी जो रेड कलर के फ्लावर्स हैं उनकी वजह से ऐसे लग रहा है कि जो ट्री है कैजुराना ट्री, उसने एक कलरफुल स्कार्फ जो है उसको पहना हुआ है. नाउ वी कैन सी इन दिस स्टैंजा द ओपनिंग इमेज which compares a large vine crawling around the tree to a huge python. पोएम के इस स्टैंजा की शुरुआत में ही हमने देखा कि इसकी शुरुआत में जो एक इमेज प्रेजेंट की गई है वो कैसी, कि एक पेड़ का जो ट्रंक है उसको एक क्रीपर ने ऐसे क्रॉल किया हुआ है, उसके चारों ओर ऐसे लिपटी हुई है जैसे कि कोई बड़ा सा पाइथन हो. This is the example of simile. The image ultimately emphasizes the great strength of the tree itself. और इस इमेज को यूज़ करके पोएट ने यहाँ एम्फेसाइज किया है कि ट्री जो है वो कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है. For some readers, the tree symbolizes the ancient and venerable culture of India, while the hues and circling vine symbolizes the potentially deadly influence of colonialism. This may be the thinking of some readers. Secondly, the tree is described as being gallant. The word gallant is used for tree, that means brave. And very few tree could survive in the strange hold of this creeper. Why this tree is described as gallant? क्यों इस ट्री को gallant कहा है? क्योंकि दूसरे बहुत कम ट्री ऐसे हैं जो कि इस क्रीपर की होल्ड में सर्वाइव कर पाते हैं. The tree is metaphorically said as giant due to its huge size, strength and boldness. So first, there is a use of simile like huge python. In simile, the creeper is compared with a python. Secondly, there is metaphor. This tree is called a giant. Metaphor is used in this word, and it is called giant. Why? Because of its big size, because of its strength, because of its bravery. Next, most immediately, the vine itself seems to add a kind of beauty to the tree. The vine, after all, is called a scarf. वाइन को भी यहाँ, क्रीपर को भी यहाँ जो है वो कोई नेगेटिव वे में ना बता के उसको भी एक स्कार्फ के रूप में उसका वर्ड का यूज़ किया गया उसके लिए. दैट इज़ फेयरली अ पॉजिटिव कॉनोटेशन. So this creeper is said as scarf. Second metaphor, it is also the example of metaphor. Creeper is compared with scarf. The crimson flowers that cluster on the boughs of the tree are the red flowers. But the tree has its own beauty also. That's why it attracts birds and bees. Even as the sky grows dark, the tree seems brimming with the sounds of birds and insects. Rather than being simply an inert object, and rather than appealing simply to human eyes, the tree seems teeming with vitality and energy. यानी ये पेड़ जो है ना केवल ह्यूमन बींग्स को अट्रैक्ट करता है बल्कि बाकी जितने भी लिविंग बींग्स हैं, बर्ड्स, बीज, और इन फर्दर स्ट्रेंजर्स वी विल रीड अबाउट अदर एनिमल्स ऑल्सो. तो ये जो ट्री है वो काफ़ी जो वाइटलिटी है, वाइटल थिंग्स है, उनको अपील करता है, उनको अट्रैक्ट करता है. द ट्री सीम्स टू सिम्बलाइज वाइटलिटी विच इज़ ट्रांसमिटेड टू द फ्लावर्स which attract bees and birds to the trees. The whole scene is of harmonious whole, with each part being inextricably linked to the tree. So this is the first stanza of the poem. In this stanza, the poet describes about the Casuarina tree. In the next class, we will discuss next two stanzas of the poem. Thank you.